Mrs. Andreia de Carvalho. She's a senior geologist at ANPG. Let's put our hands together for Ms. Andreia.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to present you the exploration opportunities that you have in Angola, onshore and offshore basins. Congo, Kwanza, Benguela, and Namib basins. Let's start by the northmost basin of Angola that is called Lower Congo Basin. The Lower Congo Basin covers an area of approximately 1,400 square kilometers and has 13 blocks. The exploration story of this basin, the first record of the exploration in Lower Congo Basin began in 1910 with the Geologist studies. In 1915, 6 wells were drilled and give us the first discovery on this basin in Gondo well. From 1916 to recent, several seismic data were acquired. 49 wells were drilled and resulting in a discovery of 17 oil fields and 1 gas field. This basin still producing until now in FS take concession in Pinda Formation. The basin produced over 45 years. We have 3 blocks available for exploration in this basin with his respective area and GNG data. Block Con 5, Block Con 9, and Block Con 10. Looking for petroleum system and the regional geological model of the basin was possible recognizing this basin 2 mega sequences that are the pre-salt sequence and the post-salt sequence. In pre-salt, you can observe normal faults eradicated in basement and also structures like horsts and graben. In bottom of the graben, normally deposited fine material, rich and organic matter that are the Bukumas formation. The Bukumas formation is one of the best source rock in the world. This source rock filled the reservoir deposited in flank of the horst in form of pinch-outs and also the carbonates in top of the horsts. At the end of this sequence, we can observe the position of sandstone that are shallow formation. This is a proven reservoir also. We have also as a reservoir the microbiolite carbonates in the top of the pre-salt sequence. At the end of this sequence, we have the position of the salt layer. The salt layer is the main seal of this sequence, and above the salt you have the post-salt sequence. This sequence, the main source rock are the shale for Pinda Formation. The reservoir are microbiolite carbonates from the same formation, and the seal are the intraformational shale of the Pinda Formation. The main traps of this sequence are anticlines, haft, and turtleback structures. Regarding to the prospectivity of this basin, was possible to recognize in these blocks carbonates in top of the horst in Con 5, also the same structures we can find in all of these blocks. I want to emphasize the presence of oil seeps in Block Con 9. This is a natural occurrence and gives us a confidence that you have a petroleum system active in the basin. Now we are moved to the Kwanza Basin. The Kwanza Basin has an area of approximately 25,000 square kilometers and has 25 blocks. Was recognized two main phases of exploration story in this basin. The first one began in 1910 to 1925. In this period, 26 wells were drilled. From 1925 to recent, several seismic data was acquired and around 300 exploration wells was drilled, resulting in the discovery of 11 oil fields and one gas field. This basin approved in three places: pre-salt, Albion, and tertiary level. For Kwanza Basin, you bring 6 blocks available with his existing area and GNG data, as you see in screen. The geological model of this basin is similar that I present to Lower Congo Basin. Here in this model, you can observe also the normal faults eradicated in the basement. We have also structures like horsts and grabens. In the bottom of the graben, we have deposited fine material rich in organic matter that are the Kuvu Formation. The Kuvu Formation is the main source rock of the pre-salt sequence and fill the reservoir deposited in flank of the horsts in form of pin salts, fill also the carbonates in top of the horst and the sag layer that are sandstones that are proved as a good reservoir. In Kwanza Basin, we have also deposited of the salt layer. The salt layer is the main seal of this sequence. And above the salt, you have the Binga Formation. The Binga Formation has as a good source rock as a shale, and the reservoir are oolitic carbonates. The seal are intraformational shale of the Binga Formation. Here in Kwanza, you have a particularity that are the presence of trolls. These trolls are in the base filled with Mars, rich in organic matter that are the Kungagatidon Formation. This formation filled the reservoir as a turbiditic channel of the tertiary level. Regarding to the prospectivity of Kwanza Basin, here was recognized in this block in pre-salt and post-salt opportunities like horsts in top of the carbonates in top of the horst in pre-salt, and post-salt you have anticlines that are the main trap of this level. Now we finish present the opportunities, the blocks that we are available in the Congo and the Kwanza Basin onshore. Now we are moved for offshore opportunities. Here we have the blocks that are in Kwanza and the Benguela Basin, with respective area and GNG data. The blocks of Kwanza Basin are 3 and has wells, seismic 2G and 3D seismic, also in Benguela Basin, but in Namibia we have only 2D seismic. The geological model of onshore and offshore, the big difference is the thickness of the position. Here you have salt layers, we have diapiers, big diapiers, when you move to the south, to the north to the south of the basin, and you can recognize also in the offshore 2 big sequences that are pre-salt and post-salt. You can observe also at the position of the formation, the sandstone in flank of the horst. Also, you have carbonates in top of the horst and the position of the sandstone that are the Shela Formation. In top of this sequence, we have deposited microbiolite carbonates that are also proven as a good reservoir. The main seal are the salt layer. And above the salt layer, we can find the Binga formation that has as a good source rock the shale, and in the reservoir are microbiolite carbonates. Here also in the offshore, we can observe we have a good play in the tertiary. The tertiary, the main reservoir are turbidite channels of Kifangondo formation. Was possible identify in these 2D seismic lines the structures in the two sequence. You have opportunity in ores, carbonates deposited in ores in the pre-salt. Also, you have in anticlines of the post-salt layer, you have opportunities. You bring also the blocks available in bidding round 2025. We bring 7 blocks. This block has 2D and 3D seismic. Also, all of them have wells drilled. Like in the permanent offer blocks, was identified structures. Here you can also observe the structures like the carbonates in top of doors in the pre-salt sequence, and you have also opportunities in post-salt sequence that are anticline in Albion. I finished presenting the offshore opportunities, and I bring here the one discovered. This block is the 18 block. This block still producing until now, but there is some opportunities that are not developed yet. So we bring the Shumbo opportunities. These opportunities was identified by BP in 2005 and are open for direct negotiation now. You can book your meeting with our management here if you want don't to lose these opportunities. Here, Shumbo has oil with API 33 degrees, and the resources are here in the table. To finish the opportunities that we have in Angola, we bring one new exploration frontier, that is Cassange Basin. In the Cassange Basin, we have carried out GNG studies like cartography and geochemical, surface geochemical studies. These studies give us the new stratigraphic column of this basin, and also was possible to identify potential areas in this basin. So you can, this is the stats that you made, and at that moment are ongoing the division of this basin. Also, you are preparing the seismic data acquisition and also the division of this basin in blocks. So briefly, we have this basin, more blocks available for exploration in Angola. Thank you for your attention. Is all that we have present.